Hello everyone, welcome to Video Game Bits. My name is Brett and I am a big video game enthusiast. I love to play games, collect games, and of course talk about games. Now, if you're like me, you want to get as much out of the game as possible. So that's why today's video is about 4 different things that keep you very interested in playing your games. Now those are video game trophy hunting, in-game challenges, side quests, and new game plus. If this is the type of video game content that you guys like, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Now, having said that, let's get started. All right, let's first talk about trophy hunting. Now, trophy hunting is not something that everyone does when they play a game. It's not necessary to beat a game or really even enjoy a game. But if you're like me, you want to get the 100% value out of a game. Just giving it a playthrough, that's not enough. PlayStation has trophies, Xbox has achievements, and if I'm not mistaken, you can probably get some type of achievement or trophy on your PC games too, like from Steam or Epic. One thing is certain though, and this is unfortunate, Nintendo does not have trophies. Now if they did, I think that might prompt me to play my Nintendo Switch a little bit more. Right now, I'm a primary PlayStation 5 guy. It's hard to divide your time between 2 consoles, but if there was trophy support, I might give Nintendo a chance. Now, if you don't know what trophy hunting really is, each game has a set of trophies. Now, that ranges from bronze to silver to gold, and when you get all of them, you get a platinum trophy. That's the most prestigious trophy you can get. Not all games have a platinum trophy though, and sometimes that upsets me because there are some games out there that really deserve one and they don't have one. Now, getting all the trophies is a collection of challenges within the game. Some of them are just making it through this stage, this level, completing the game, stuff like that. Some of them are just maxing out your skill tree. But then there's some very specific trophies that you're not going to know you need unless you do a certain challenge. And some games are harder than others, and some are just impossible. It takes forever. Sometimes the trophy hunting can become more of a job or a chore than actual fun. And that's the whole thing. If you're going to do it, you got to dedicate yourself to it. Now, I personally have 8 platinum trophies. Now, some of you out there might have a lot more than that, but you've definitely got more time on your hands, or maybe you're just a better player than me. If you're the type of guy that can beat a game in one day, then you probably can attain these pretty easily. But me, it takes a while. Some of them are easily attainable, and then other ones, I really gotta grind to complete. So let's talk about some of the trophies that I've earned. Let's talk about some of the platinums I earned. Some games I started out trying to get that platinum trophy, and after I started really grinding through it, I got stuck on 1 or 2, maybe 5 trophies, and I just did not complete my mission. That's a frustrating thing that happens, but if you are getting angry and you are just turning red in the face, your blood pressure is going up, you're not having fun, then you need to go outside and touch grass. You need to stop trying to get that platinum trophy. And as many hours as you plunked into something, if you just cannot get past it, it's not worth it. Let's talk about some of the trophies that I earned. All right, everybody. What you're looking at here is the PlayStation trophy listing. So if you will note at the top, there are 8 platinum trophies, 43 gold, 155 silver, and 705 bronze. So that's 911 total trophies. On the far left, there's a number, 214. So they do like this ranking system on PlayStation, and that's what I got so far. The cool thing about this is it's an online listing. So all your friends and others that you allow to look at it can come and see what trophies and what games you play and how far along you are. And on top of it, you can actually compare your trophies to theirs with the same game. It'll show you the percentage you have completed, them, what trophies you've done and they haven't, and vice versa. It's really cool. But let's get started. So, at the very top, there is a listing for Modern Warfare 2. But actually, it's not just Modern Warfare 2. It is 4 games. It's Modern Warfare 2, 3, and then Black Ops 6 and 7. For some reason, Call of Duty decided to, I don't know, just combine all this stuff for the last 4 games, which I don't like because, as you can see, I've got 20% in one game, 41% in another. But when you go back to the main screen, it just shows 31%. So that means 31% of all 4 games. It's a little misleading. The unfortunate thing about Call of Duty is there are no platinum trophies. And they did this because they combined all this stuff. So it doesn't matter how hard you try, you're not going to get a platinum trophy, to my knowledge. Okay? So this game deserves a platinum trophy. It doesn't have it. And in order to get all of the trophies, you have to beat this game on veteran mode, which is like the hardest difficulty in the game. So if you do want to 100% this game, you probably should play it on one of the first or second difficulty levels, an easy one. Do all these obscure and tough trophies, and then the second time run back through it with veteran mode, if you can hack it. But Call of Duty is tough because you don't only have to get trophies in the campaign, you have to get trophies in campaign. You have to get it in multiplayer. You have to get it in zombies mode. So there's a lot to it. Drop a comment below if you have actually gotten all the trophies in Call of Duty because I want to salute you. All right, next up we have Monster Hunter Wilds. Now, I love the Monster Hunter series, but this is one where I just started to try to get a platinum trophy and I fell off. As you can see, I've got 72%. That's 42 out of 50 trophies. Now, here is the deal. They have a few trophies that are called crowns. We've got miniature crowns and giant crowns. Now, the crown just has to do with how big the monster is, what size they are. But the only way you know you have a crown is you look through these little binoculars and this little icon will show up. But you have to find that monster at a certain time of day, at that certain size, and it's not a guarantee. I looked up all sorts of guides, and you can even look at the statistics of the monster and what time they roam. But man, after a while of me going into the game, going out of the game, going into the game, going out of the game, trying to make it generate the monster that I want to fight, it was few and far between. And I did get a lot of crowns for a lot of monsters, but unfortunately, you got to get all of them, and I fell short. Now, this is Mortal Kombat 1. Now, I love Mortal Kombat, okay? But this game, I got stuck on like the last 3 or 4 trophies. Let's see. This is cool too. You can look up not earned. All right. So this is what happened. This one right here, high score is that good. You have to obtain a total score of 5 million in Towers of Time. Okay, so now this is a little separate mode that they do seasonal challenges on. And I looked up YouTube guides. I tried my hardest. I did exactly what it said. I made sure the level was right on the tower. I, leveled up my guy so I could just basically do one uppercut, get a brutality with a flawless victory every round. And it still did not pop. I don't know what I did wrong. Maybe if you know, drop a comment below, but this frustrated me so bad that I just gave up the rest of the trophies. All I had to do here was get rolling with my crew, which is complete mastery with 5 cameo characters. And that is attainable. You just have to grind, and it takes some time. And of course, this one might have been challenging. Kingslayer, dethrone a king. Now that is an online trophy, and that stuff is notorious for being hard. Dethrone a king. That's when you play King of the Hill. So one guy gets on here, he versus somebody else. Whoever wins, he goes to the next round. He faces somebody else that's random. So you have to wait in line to even fight this guy. And by the time you get to him, well, you better bring your A game, because if not, you're going to die. All right, guys, this next game is called Ghostwire Tokyo. I actually have a platinum in this game, but as you can see, it says 85%. Now, how did I get all the trophies and it still says 85%? Well, let me show you why. Because they made an update with a little bit of DLC, and the Spider's Thread is a subset of trophies that you also have to complete in order to get 100%. Now, it doesn't take away my platinum, but it just makes it look ugly. Look at this. It says 100% there for the regular trophies and 0% for the ones that I haven't even tried. But maybe one day I'll get to this one, but look, if I earned it before, don't take away my 100%. Now, there is one more thing I want to talk about in this game. There was a very frustrating trophy, and I want to point it out to you. This particular trophy is called Salvation of All. Now, of course, in this game, like, everybody has been killed in the city, and their spirits are just roaming around in limbo, and they're going to be taken over by demons. But you have the ability to bring them back in and save them. And let me tell you, you have to get 100% of them. They're all over the place. Some are obvious. Some are out in the street. Some are inside buildings, top floor. And some are on top of buildings where you can't see unless you go onto that top of that building right there. So this is one of these collection trophies that you just really got to grind. You really got to put your head down and move forward to get. Now, this is Rocket League, a very fun game. And I believe you can get it for free now. So this game I got a platinum in, and I got 100% there. But as you can see, there are tons of subsets of trophies. Many that I've completed a lot. Look, I got 69% here. But let's talk about one particular trophy that I got in this game. Now guys, when you are grinding for platinum trophies, sometimes you got to cheese it a little bit. Now what I mean is, you put so much time and effort into getting everything else. If there's a shortcut, use it. You know, now some elitists might say you should have earned that trophy in a live game, but no, I didn't. What I did was I set up a 2-player game, okay, a 2-player local game. And what I did was I set the opponent's car in front of the ball, in front of the goal, and I ran into him. You got to score a goal by hitting your opponent into the ball, okay? Call that cheap, call it what you want, but I got a platinum trophy. Now guys, this one is actually 100% no matter what. It's 59 out of 59 trophies. I got all of them. But I do have a little small confession to make. It's a little embarrassing, but I actually had to ask my son to help me with this one particular trophy. And I know that maybe makes it, well, it definitely makes it that I did not do it all by myself. But I did everything else except one part of one thing. Let me show you. Now this is like a tutorial that runs you through all the moves, the string combos of different characters, how to cancel moves. Now I did it for all of them except this one particular character. I don't even remember who it was, but I could not get through that string combo. It takes nimble fingers to play Mortal Kombat. And for this particular one, I had to ask a friend for help, my son in this case. Now, this is a game that pulls at your heartstrings emotionally, okay? Because if you've been playing this series, The Last of Us, you have come to love Joel and Ellie so much, okay? But if you know anything about The Last of Us, Joel is killed in the second game pretty early on. And you play as the protagonist, Ellie, for the majority of the game. And then the second half of the game, you have to play as the antagonist. you have to play as the woman who killed Joel. Sorry, I'm forgetting her name at the moment. Oh, it's Abby. Yeah, it's Abby. You have to play as Abby the second half of the game, and you're like, what? No, I hate Abby. She killed Joel. You know, it's a very fun game. It has great mechanics. It has great crafting. It's a great game. But I completed the regular part here. I got 100%. Okay, every last one of them, right? And then they came out with grounded mode. Added this subset of trophies. Look at this. Now, guys, the grounded is like the hardest level you can play on. Basically, enemies are tougher. There's less ammunition laying around. You know, it's a tough mode. It's like the veteran mode in COD. But the one that I refuse to do these for is this one right here. You can't stop this, okay? Look at how rare that trophy is. 0.8%. That means of all the players that own and play this game, less than 1% of them have actually achieved this trophy and completely 100% of the game. Okay? That is complete the story with any permadeath setting. Do you know what permadeath is? That means if you die, there's no coming back. No coming back. You could be on the last boss fight and you die. You make some stupid mistake. Your thumb slips on here. You sneeze. Oh, game over. I refuse to ever play that mode. That's insane. I would tear my hair out if I lost like that. There is no way I'm ever going to play it on permadeath. Far Cry 5. Now, this is one of my favorite games of all time. Now, I got the Platinum Trophy, okay? So I got 100% in the regular mode. But as you can see, there are DLC. So you have to get all of that in order to completely 100% the game. But I want to show you this one particular trophy that I did. Now, this one is called Death from Above, okay? Drop a bomb from a plane and destroy or disable 4 vehicles at once. Now, this is a campaign-only trophy. It is a pretty rare trophy, ultra rare. Only 2.5% of all players who own and play this game have gotten this trophy, and I'm a proud owner of one of them. Now, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to fly a plane over, okay? You're supposed to drop a bomb from the plane and hit like 4 vehicles on the ground, blow them up, disable them. It all counts. I flew over land. I flew over roads. I saw convoys of the enemies coming. I tried. Nothing worked. I could just never exactly shoot that bomb at the right exact target. So I looked up some guides online and I found out you can cheese this one too. So what I did is I set up a plane on the ground. Then I took 4 vehicles, like an ATV, a truck, a car. I put them on 4 corners of the plane. And then while I was sitting on the ground, I dropped the bomb right on the ground, blew them all up, including myself, which killed me. But guess what happened afterwards? That trophy popped. Guys, Far Cry is the series of game that I've gotten the most platinum trophies in, okay? This is Far Cry 3 Classic Edition. Far Cry 3 on the PS3 is what got me into the Far Cry series to begin with. Now, this particular trophy is one of the most pain-in-the-butt trophies of all time, okay? This is Archaeology 101. You have to gather a total of 60 relics. Now, a lot of relics, they're out in the open. They're very obvious. You can pick them up at any point. But this particular challenge wants you to get 60. Now, all the obscure ones, that is what took so long. I don't know if you guys know this if you play any modern Far Cry games, but you got that grappling hook. Well, back in Far Cry 3, you didn't have that. So navigating those big hills, mountains, rocks, well, you had to run all the way around it and get to it from above and come down. And a lot of this stuff was in these underground caves, these dark, cavernous caves. They had like a river running through them. They were very complex. and you had to make it all the way through them and find it in some very dimly lit place, So believe me when I tell you, when I got that trophy, I just took a sigh of relief because at that point, it wasn't feeling very fun anymore. It became a job. This was a chore to get this trophy. Now, guys, the last game we're going to talk about here as far as the trophies go is Uno. Now, I know you guys are sitting here thinking, Uno, really? Is that really worthy of you talking about? Yes, it is. Now, I don't know if it really deserves a platinum trophy. There's very few. There's only 13 trophies in this thing, but I got all of them. I want to show you the one that really deserves a platinum trophy, in my opinion. Now, this trophy is called Flying Higher. You have to win a game with more than 700 points. In fact, only 5.3% of all players have earned this. It's very rare. So this means you got to get the perfect hand, and you got to get rid of those cards fast. And it means also that all the other players have to have lots of cards left over. That's how you get the points at the end of the game. So I did this. I think I may have even recorded it, if I remember correctly, I may have even streamed this at one point on Twitch when I got that trophy. I was super excited because, like I said, to get 700 points in one game, it's just by chance, that you're going to do it. And I'm very proud of getting this one. Now, next up, we're going to talk about in-game challenges. Now, these are things that are outside of the realm of trophies in the game. These are personal challenges that you do to get a certain record that also result in you getting special unlocks and items that you wouldn't normally. All right, everybody. Now we're going to talk about in-game challenges. Now, back in the day, when I was starting out, back in the days of Arcade Mania, people tried to get a lot of points in the games. All the moves you did, all the tasks that you completed, shots you made in a sports game, kills you got in this game, they added up to big time points. And the big thing to do was leave your initials at the end of the game as kind of a record like, yeah, I'm the top dog in this game. I'm the king. Or maybe you just found a spicy 3-letter word that you thought it was funny to put on the arcade machine. But in any case, it has very much evolved in today's modern times. So back in the day, it was just to kind of get a record to see how much stuff you could do personally on screen. It did evolve as time went on. The first time that I saw something in a console game was probably the Test Your Might from Mortal Kombat. It was a fun mode where they would put out different things. You'd have wood, you'd have like a stone, you'd have like an anvil, maybe like a diamond, whatever they could come up with that was supposed to be a hard object. You'd have to karate chop that thing in half. And if you did, you got points. And if you didn't, you looked like you broke your hand and you were embarrassed. Now, the Super Mario Brothers series has definitely gone way back with in-game challenges. Cool stuff that actually rewards you if you do it right. I remember back in Super Mario Brothers 2, if you had gotten something during the regular game, you had saved up something, maybe it was a coin, maybe it was a heart, I can't remember. You can play this like slot machine at the end there, and if you match up 3 things, you get extra lives. Then in Mario 3, there was always that notorious game that you played in the Toadstool house where you had to, it'd be like the screen moving by and you had to stop it 1, 2, 3 perfectly to make an item pop up and you get that item. Now, to anybody who's played Donkey Kong, there are these letters that you get to collect during the screens. Let's talk about that. Now, in the Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii, 3DS, the Switch, gathering all the letters in a world unlocks a difficult temple level. Collecting all letters in a world is crucial for unlocking World 9 and Mirror Mode. In Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, all letters must be collected to unlock World 7's hidden stages. In Hard Mode, collecting them provides a shiny new completion marker. Now, there's this little cute game that I've been playing lately. It's called Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker. Now, it's not terribly difficult, but it's a game that challenges you for a little bit. You can definitely make it through all of the courses, but the courses have some extra things as an in-game challenge, okay? You have to get a star at the end, which is the goal of the whole stage. But in the stage, there are also bonus items. If you kill all the enemies, that is a good in-game challenge, and you get recognized for it. If you get all the diamonds, you get recognized for that as well. And there's something called Pixel Toad. It's like the pixel sprite from the original Mario Brothers game. And if you find that, that's something that you get rewarded for too. Now guys, Call of Duty is my top game because I just fell in love with it when I got back into it in 2018 with Black Ops 4. And I've been playing it ever since. Now, the cool thing about Call of Duty is they have endless challenges for you. Not just trophies, but in-game challenges. Now, of course, guys, this is just bragging rights for people you know. You can't just walk out into society and be like, hey man, did you hear about the trophy I got? Want to see my calling card? Because nobody cares. Only your gaming friends, and even some people who play the game don't actually care about that stuff. They just want to play the game. But you know what? If you look good, you play good. It's just aesthetics, okay? Just like the operator you get, sometimes you can complete challenges to get a certain operator skin, okay? But this is the rest of those challenges. All right, everybody. Call of Duty has a ton of in-game challenges that keep you interested in this game. At least it does for me. Some people might see it as busy work, but I really enjoy it because everything you do rewards you with experience points, which just levels up your rank. So let's get started. All right, we're going to start with the weapon classes, okay? Now, this goes for all the weapons: assault rifles, sniper rifles, LMGs, SMGs. They all have camo challenges, they have attachment challenges, and much more. So if you look at this first one, this is an assault rifle. It's the Maddox RFB. All right, so down here at the bottom, we've got an optic, muzzle, barrel, underbarrel, magazine, rear grip. As you play through the game and you get kills, headshots, and level up, it will unlock these things for you. As you can see, there's a 50 round extended mag, 40 round, 60 round, another 30 round flip mag. All of these attachments can enhance your gameplay. This is the part that I really like. This is the camo challenges, okay? So there is a set of military camos here at the bottom, and I've leveled all the way up, but each one is a headshot. So once you get all the way up to 80 headshots, you've unlocked all these. You get to move to the next set of camos. This is the special camos. And to do that, you got to do something like get 50 eliminations with no attachments on. This one is get 30 kills with not taking any damage. And this one right here is get 50 kills while moving. Once you have done all this stuff, you can move up to the mastery challenges. That's gold, arclight, tempest, and singularity, okay? So each one of these has their own set of challenges too, but you have to get 6 shattered golds before you can even work on the next one for arclight, and then so on and so forth. So it's a lot of grinding to get these camos done, but it's worth it. Now, once you're done with that, there's still more. You can prestige your weapon. And once you prestige your weapon, you can work on all the challenges for all of these. Once you level your weapon up to 250, you're at the top. There are weekly challenges. And each of those challenges is something different, okay? Like this one is kill an enemy revealed by your UAV or HARP score streaks, or earn a UAV or HARP reveal assist 25 times. This one is just get 300 eliminations. After you've done those 6, you get experience points. Rank goes up. You get a reward, Iron Core. If you do 4 weekly rewards, you get this Death Roll camo, pretty sweet. And if you do all 9 weeks, completely get it done, 100%, you get the Ascendance active camo. Then there are event challenges. Now, these are about 2 weeks each, okay? And they have their own set of emblems, gobblegums, weapon charms, blueprints. This one is kind of geared towards the zombies, but this is a pretty cool thing that you can do to, get some interesting items. Now, this is my favorite of all time. This is the calling card challenges. Your calling card is your little signature aesthetic card that shows up when you get a kill on screen, or you get the play of the game, or you're in the top 3 finishers in the game. This one is Career, Hardened, Prestige, and Dark Ops. Each one comes with its own set of, challenges that you have to do. You got to get all 6 of these calling cards to get the master one. And each time you complete this, you get points, which again, levels up your rank. These are mastery badges for your weapons, your score streaks, your field upgrades, and if you get all of them 100%ed, you get more points, more calling cards, and just more bragging rights. Guys, this is the Battle Pass. Now, this is a paid thing you have to do, but you have to pay for it, and then you have to grind to unlock the stuff in this. It's pretty fun. You get a lot of unlockables here. Calling cards, you get a weapon charm, a blueprint, double XP, operator skin. And there's 14 pages of this. There's 100 items. If you buy it once and you complete it each time, you will always get enough COD points back to buy another Battle Pass. Check that out. That's all the operator skins for this season. I think it's pretty good. There is rank prestige. Every time you level up to 55, you can prestige to the next level. Now everything gets reset and you have to do another set of challenges to unlock all these items. But each time you prestige, you're allowed to get a permanent unlock for one item. So each one comes with this cool little emblem for each time you go up here, okay? And they also come with some rewards here. This is a loading screen. This is a weapon blueprint, an emblem, ballistic knife, an operator. And once you get up to Prestige 10, then you go to Prestige Master. And that's a sweet operator, isn't it? Looks like a little devil. At this point, you go up to 1,000. And then once you're at 1,000, you've maxed out. You can't get anything higher than that. But I'm not quite at that level yet. Well guys, that's going to wrap up the in-game challenges segment of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't done something like this, give it a shot. It's a lot of fun and you get a lot of rewards. Now, next up, side quests. Now, side quests is another thing that is not necessary to beat the game. You can go through the whole game straight up, don't have to do it. Now, sometimes side quests are necessary to get a trophy to get platinum, but they're not necessary to beat the game. And if you do the side quests, often you learn lore about the story that you wouldn't otherwise, and sometimes you get a special item unlocked that aids you in gameplay. Now, these kind of lead you off on a side mission other than where you're going. You might have to go out of your way and do something, but trust me, you're going to get rewards for it, okay? Now, this is usually something like you meet somebody along the way and they ask you to do a little task for them. Please do me this favor, and I'll tell you something. I'll tell you a secret. I'll give you this. Now, I'm only going to talk about 3 of these. I don't do a lot of side quests, but these are the ones that have stuck out to me. The first one that I remember is one from The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Now, you run into this guy named Batro. Now, he looks like a demon. Something's wrong with him. Something has changed him. So you have to find these crystals. I'll actually flash it on the screen when I remember the name for this. But anyways, you have to collect all these for him. And as you do, he gives you an increased wallet size. Basically, while you're running around, you can collect rupees and stuff, but you need a big wallet because once you run out of space, you can't collect anymore, and it's a problem. So I will say this about that side quest. I leveled up that wallet to a certain degree, and I realized, hey, I don't need it to get any bigger than this. There were tiers to it. There was like 4 or 5 levels, I think. But by the time I got it up to like the next to last level, I had already had enough rupees to pay for all the items and upgrades that I'd ever need. And because of that, I decided not to continue with that side quest. And I was just fine. Also, I don't know if you want to call this an in-game challenge or a side quest. In order to get the Hylian shield, you have to do this boss rush mode. Basically, like all the bosses you've already fought before, you have to do it like back to back to back in like this crazy rehashing of your whole journey. Now, I decided, no, I don't want to do that. And you know what? I made it to the final round with Demise, and I still beat the game. I will say this though, my shield broke during the fight, but guess what? I still beat him. Sometimes side quests are important, and sometimes you can get away without doing it. I love lore in video games, okay? Now, taking side quests can teach you a lot about the world that you're in, okay? Teaches you about things from the past, what's going on with people and factions in the games, by reading letters, books, things left behind, talking to people. Well, I did a side quest in Disco Elysium, okay, where this old lady is looking for her husband who's out trying to catch cryptids. Basically these creatures that don't exist. But anyways, you meet the guy. He wants you to set out more traps, tend to them, and then report that back to his wife. And you know what? When I did report it back to her, I got rewarded with a level unlock. It was cool. I learned a little bit about the story, and it paid off. The last one I want to tell you about is a series of side quests in Far Cry 5. You actually do have to do this side quest if you want to get the Platinum Trophy, but that's neither here nor there. It's Clutch Nixon, which is basically the equivalent of Evel Knievel, okay? It's this series of side quests where you have to do these death-defying feats in order to complete a mission. You're flying a plane through some crazy course, you're riding a car over crazy hills, jumping stuff, maybe a four-wheeler, and at the end you do get a reward. Now, I loved that. So, if you ever play Far Cry 5, definitely take on some of those Clutch Nixon side quests. All right, now, the last thing we're going to talk about today is something called New Game Plus. In order to unlock New Game Plus, you have to beat the game. That's the first thing you have to do. Once you beat the game and unlock it, what it normally does is it gives you a chance to play the game over again one more time. But things change. The game's going to be harder. The game is also going to give you level unlocks that you would have to grind for a while to get. You'll automatically have them from the beginning. It gives you more value to the game, and you get to run it back one more time, and sometimes in God mode. Now first of all, I played The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword on the Wii, and I beat it, and I really loved it, and this is the game that got my son into the Legend of Zelda series. This game has New Game Plus. I think it's called Hero Mode. I didn't play through the game all again because Zelda games take such a long time. They're very cryptic. They're very rewarding, but they take a long time. You have to really focus on it. It's not something that you play and then don't play it for a month and then pick back up because you'll forget about all the different nuances and things that have happened. It's a very attention-focused game. So I beat the game, unlocked the New Game Plus, the Hero Mode, and in that case, I believe that enemies got a little more difficult, and hearts don't grow in the wild. They try to make you get by on slim pickings, You don't have a fallback crutch when you play the New Game Plus. They want to challenge you in a way that you should be able to complete it if you are a real, true sweat gamer. For the last New Game Plus we're going to talk about, it is actually in Far Cry 5. So let's pull up the trophy menu. Now, this set of trophies only had one trophy, okay? And it is ultra rare. 0.5% of players have earned this, and I'm one of them. So you have to complete New Game Plus with infamous difficulty. That's the hardest difficulty level in the game. And the cool thing is, when you get done, you earn this trophy and you earn a special outfit skin for the rookie who you play as. Now, it's nothing spectacular. It's just like this green deputy jacket. But you know what? It's the symbolism of your hard work, grinding to beat New Game Plus and get that ultra rare trophy. You earned it, baby. So be proud of it. Well, everyone, I hope you liked the video. Now, before I go, I just want to emphasize one important thing to me in my life. It's very close to my heart. And that is support physical games. Guys, the collection is growing. I just want to show you a few new pickups that I got recently. Now, first of all, I just want to say I love Call of Duty. It's my #1 game. And I have started collecting for that series specifically. So, check it out. I've got Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I've got Advanced Warfare, Modern Warfare, the reboot, World War II, Cold War, Black Ops 3, and Black Ops 4. I've got a physical copy of Far Cry 5. I'm double dipping here. I've already got the digital. I picked up a game that I've never played before, but I'm told that this is the best one out of this series, and that's Dragon Age Inquisition. And I've got Catherine. If you know, you know. But anyways, if you like what you've seen, please consider subscribing to the channel, and please give me a like. Until next time, keep a full loadout and never be afraid to be a rogue faction in a game full of NPCs.